16,000 applicants want to actually change the bands they've been put into. Let's talk about the band placement and the changes in terms of appeals. What's the latest in terms of that particular process from where you sit?
Thank you, Jesse. We have so far received about 146,000 applications for undergraduate students. And remember, we also have TVETs. Those applications have all been processed and students have been budded. We have progressed into payments for first years. Most of the comrades here, you see, I don't know whether they are first years, but majority of them have received a lot of money in their pockets. Some of them are calling me to ask me, where are you? To kusalimie. So, but I hope nikusalimie. So, and then we have progressed from now payments to the appeal phase. Now, what we saw this year, we have about 12,000 appeals. The results were supposed to be out this week, and I believe the PS Education will be able to announce that between now and Monday. They're already out. But what we saw, most of the students were not able to provide the correct information. They surrendered their rights, they surrendered their data to the cyber cafes, and then they went. Only later to discover when the initial results were out, they came learning, I have been put in band 5. It's a long band for me. Namuliza, why? Because, I was sponsored in high school, but the cyber person told me, if I put that one, HELB will think that I'll be sponsored even in high school. Another one comes, like now, children with disability. Why didn't you put the card number? And you only required, you asked, do you have any disability in the family? Yes. If you say that, a card is put. So they were saying, well, the cyber person never told me. So most of the complaints we had, especially on day one after the applications were announced, were people who had information that they were supposed to provide at the point of application, and they never did. And when you ask them, they were clear. We didn't see, the cyber cafe person never told us. The cyber cafe said it is clumsy to upload a document. And so they were budded long. And that's why they were coming to us telling us, nimewekwa the wrong bud. Then Namuliza, how do you know you have been put in the wrong bud? Because I have this information that I did not provide. Now give me a chance to provide it. And we allowed them to do that, and they were reanalyzed immediately because they were already in the universities. Thank you.
But and I have to interject there, is it solely based on the shortcomings of the students? Are there inadequacies within this band testing itself? Because we have a committee that has been set up to look into the challenges that are upcoming around the means testing instrument. Apart from the students who did not feel the proper information, and that's why they've been put in the wrong bands, what about the challenges within, from the means testing point of view? Are there any to begin with?
The MTI is this is a tool that we have tested the last 27, 28 years. Last year, you can remember, we ran it so safely, there was no noise. I do not know what happened to the new generation that applied this year, that they just gave out the work to the cyber people. But the MTI is very robust, and when they provided the correct information, just a simple upload of a sponsorship letter, they were put to the correct band, and some of them were telling us, Asante sana. We never did anything. They just provided what they did not provide. So the instrument is very robust. This is an instrument that is being even, we are assisting countries like Rwanda to set up one, countries like South Africa, Tanzania here, we did it ourselves from scratch, Uganda, Malawi. Everybody is coming to look at this wizard kind of tool that can be able to praise students without even having to see the students. Most of the students finish university without ever coming to HELB. Actually, only about 5% would ever visit HELB for one reason or the other. They finish, they find money in their account, they find they were budgeted properly, and they don't know how HELB did it. So the tool is very robust, and you can see even we are giving ideas to people like Chief. They are actually borrowing ideas from us to see how they can use it to determine how much families will contribute. Okay. People like Social Protection, the Labor Department dealing with the cash safety nets, they are also borrowing the same ideas. So I think the tool itself, if well tuned and the correct information provided, it is a super tool.
All right, thank you. And